Welcome to the Flying Can Ranch in Athens, Texas. As I promised some people, I would do the review inside the shop. The weather's nice. Some people are going to say, hey, how come you're not out riding? Well, got tied up a lot of stuff. So I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did. And I hope everything went well. Everybody got home safe and sound. So what I want to talk about today, I think I've already done a tabletop review on this, but I had a problem with it, and I had to send it back. So I'm just going to do a new tabletop review. We're going to start all over. So what I have here is, I'm not sure I'm saying this right, is the Macavity 30 caliber PCP air rifle. And we'll come around this way. And I want to talk about that little suppressor. I think I've already mentioned it, but we'll flip it over. We'll come down this way, and down this way, and we'll come all the way down, and we'll come out here. So, what you have with this particular gun, oh, by the way, I did put this, hold on a second, I'm going to put some, well, maybe not. I was going to put some light on the subject. I did add this scope. This isn't the scope I had on the original one. This is a UTG Hunter 39x40 AO scope. Has the locking ring things and all kinds of cool stuff. Push buttons and make it illuminate green, red, 3 different levels. And it's worked out so far. Now, let's get down to the basic facts on this. This is Macavity Arms 30 caliber PCP. Now these do come, this particular one does about 880 feet per second. And the 22 version does about 870, and the 25 version, strange, does about 890. The barrel length on this one is about 18 inches. And the overall length is 36.80, and the overall weight is 5.95 pounds. Now, if you want to talk about foot-pounds of energy that we're playing with, on the 22, it's 29.5. In the 25, it is 44.25, and I believe the 30 is 81.25. Now, that's that. This does have an AR stock. It comes with a little tool that takes this off. You can adjust that, or you can just take it off and use it like a pistol. You can remove this grip and put a different AR grip on it. And as we come down the line, you have a nice Weaver type rail that you can put a bipod on. I can see that happening in the near future. And then you have your fill gauge and your regulator gauge. Now, I'm to understand this has an adjustable hammer spring. I need to look at something here very quickly. Okay. But I need to read up more on how to make that work. Now, before we move along, in case anybody missed it, the reason this is replacement is I used my first one that I originally had twice, and then all of a sudden, all the air started gushing out of here, you know, when I was trying to fill it back up. So I sent it back there to Gun Depot. They were very nice, and they replaced it. So this is it. So up on the front here, let's see if we got this down. There's a little piece that you can wiggle off, and right there is your fill port. Your deal built right in. You can just hook your pump, your hand pump, or your compressor right to that. Right out of the box, it took me about 150 pumps on a hand pump. And then after I shot about 2 mags out of it, I think it took me about 80, 90 pumps to get it back where it needed to be. I'm going on 68. Maybe I'm a freak. I probably am, but it doesn't bother me one bit. So I wanted to share that with you Does have a nice butt pad right here. Birds coming to get me. And as you can tell on this side, there is the side cocking lever, which is pretty smooth. Now, for a lot of people say this is like a Budge air gun. Now this Beeman Raider I put out last week, that's pretty budget PCP. This one here, not so much. It's a little bit more pricey. Without this on there, it's very loud. With it on there, it probably drops at about a decibel. Now, I figured a way to make this work. Unfortunately, I can't tell you how I figured out how to make it work. Because then if you get hurt or jacked up or something like that, yeah, you can come back and say, hey, I want to sue this guy. He told me how to do it. Not my problem. I would recommend you get on a buck rail or somebody and have an adapter, whatever you need, or the piece the air stripper made. I know that's costing you more money. It is. I made this one work. I just can't tell you how I made it work. Sorry. Another thing I want to cover is there's these little things here on the back of the stock. I think I mentioned this the first one. I guess you're supposed to be able to open those up and put pellets on it. There's one on each side right there. But for the life of me, neither her nor I could figure out how to make that done. Now, on this particular one, you only get an 8-shot mag, so I'm going to set this down for a second. We're going to cover this one more time. Your mag is going to look like this. That's exactly what it's going to look like. Doesn't really show you a shot count, but in this case here, I want my pellet to go nose down on the clear piece. Keep your finger underneath there, and you're going to drop it, and you're going to turn it. You're going to have to kind of hold it right there, and we're going to drop another one in, and I might have slipped out of pace. Right there we go, and it'll go down like that. And we'll go up another one. Maybe I can show you this way a little better. And then we'll just line it up right there, pop it in. We'll turn it, see how I pinch it with my hand to hold it. It doesn't click and stuff like it does with the Gamos. And I get another one in, like so, and I'm going to tell you about something in a minute. And we'll put one more in. Well, 3 more in, I think. And it comes around like so. We're going to put that back in there. We're going to rotate that. We're going to put that in there like so. Now, I mentioned that this gun is loud, as in very loud, so I can get away with it here. I just really don't like disturbing my neighbors. So, when you're done with all that, on the left side is where you're going to insert your magazine. So you want the clear plastic feedback, and there's a little notch piece there, and that's going to wrap, if I can see what's darn. And I believe, click, I'm in. So there's your mag, it's in place. Now, like a lot of these, you got to be careful, because once I close this, I got a pellet in it. I might say, oh, I don't remember if I cocked it or not. If you don't remember, cock it back, remove the magazine, send your probe forward without the magazine, shoot that one, or you're going to be double shooting it. So, as an example, right in the shot, got it. Let's make a little noise inside here. Trust me, if I took that off, that's going to be a lot louder. So hopefully I've showed you about everything I can personally tell you about this. Again, the first one, it just lost air. And then this piece magically just fell off at that time. I wasn't quite aware of the fact that this is sort of a mock suppressor. If you unscrew this when you get out of the box, there's nothing in it. Now, I want to tell you, this does come with 3 of these mags. Whether you buy the 22, the 25, the 30 like this one, you're going to get 3 of these mags. So I think this is a pretty good setup. I like it. So what we're going to do now, set this down, is we're going to put together, I've got this dialed in, we're going to try to put together a shooting review. Not at the far target. We might do that at a later date. I kind of behind the barrel here because, well, she had to go somewhere and I was going to get up and get busy and do the review and maybe clean up, ride a motorcycle, all those fun things. And I went, yeah, I just knocked right out. So I wasn't feeling very good this morning, but we got a good probably 90 some odd miles in yesterday. So that's good. Hopefully doing the review inside the shop has helped out a little bit. But that's what we do at the Flying Can Ranch, Athens, Texas. We will be with you in just a little bit. Later.